It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And this... We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. They've got Miles McBride. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Anunoby in at the three. Brunson with the bucket.
And those are 2 points earned by Jalen Brunson.
Pass to Whitehead. Here is Freeman Liberty. Here's Whitehead. What a tremendous game he played against Philadelphia. 5 on the clock. George, a screen on Brunson. Here's Bates. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Hart. Brunson taking his time here.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
And defensively, you have to make them work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Brent, everyone loves an underdog story, and there's few better than that of Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, this kid falling into the second round and all the perception around whether or not he was big enough or can he shoot the ball, is he athletic enough? This guy has continued to work hard every year and turned himself into an all-star and an all-NBA player.
George for three, and Anunoby pulls it down. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Mexico City's head coach. We got into it about his strategy against Karl Anthony Towns. These modern bigs are tough to stop, he told me, and went on to say, I'm hoping we can just force him to take bad shots, not the ones that he wants. I'll settle for that. So they're looking to disrupt Cat's selections and keep him from his spots, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Freeman Liberty. The Knicks with the rebound. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
Yeah, and that one came down to their rebounding. There was a big gap between the two teams there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if their last game was a basketball game or a wrestling match, the way they went about it. Just so physical and dominated.
New York shooting their second and third shots at the line here.
So crucial for Hart to get to the line, establish some confidence. He's solid from there. But I think it sometimes gets his perimeter game going.
For Mexico City, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. George, a screen on Brunson. Bates, the pass to Whitehead. And once again, off the mark, Mexico City.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Outside Brunson. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Hart. Fires from deep. And Mills pulls it down. Here is Freeman Liberty. 8 points in his last time out. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Here's Hart. And it's in there.
Not stopping on his way in. Hart going through the defense.
And here's Mexico City now. 6-point game. Coming off that win against the Sixers.
What about their offense? It was a well-oiled machine. Getting high-quality looks time and time again.
And talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game, they did a great job of not settling. Keep working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Now here's Mills. Back to George. Pass to Whitehead. Here's Bates. Hits the trifecta. Bates has got 5 now.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside McBride. Hart with it. Outside Brunson. He has such a great feel for how to create space, Brent.
Incredible footwork, BA, the way he puts the needle on the record and just scratches it and pivots around and makes defenders jump and move. Amazing manipulation skills at the point guard position for a guy his size to get it done in the painted area. At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
George passes to Bates. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. And with things just getting started in this new season, Brent, what are you looking forward to the most moving ahead?
Yeah, BA, I think about last year's teams and the magic that they had to push themselves into playoff positioning. Do they still have it? But one of the more exciting things in terms of the storyline is which teams are showing some early chemistry that could threaten some of those teams from last year. That is something that we always gravitate towards. The fresh blood, the new team, the one that's going to be the underdog throughout the course of the year. And how far can they push it? Every year, Anunoby seems to gain more and more confidence, especially in his jump shot.
Here's Bates. Brunson defending. George outside. Pass to Bates. Over Brunson. A nice shot by Bates. Bates has got 9.
Rabbit's foot in the shoe that time. Got lucky because the pick has to be better. It made no impact, but they still got the score.
Brunson finds Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Got a piece of it, and he's able to get it back. And the bucket is good. He's got 9.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
George passes to Mills. Back to George. Now Mills. Pass to Whitehead. Here is Freeman Liberty. And a miss there on the triple. Hart against Mills. Hart passes to Brunson. Back to Hart. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. All right, a moment now to bring up last season's top rebounding team. The 4th spot held by the Knicks.
And both of these teams really impressed when it came to rebounding the ball last year. That level of physicality and hustle is always great to see.
Second free throw, no good. Mexico City has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to Bates. Tipped away. It's stolen by Hart. And now the Knicks on the break. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Oh, a guy who loves attacking the rim. Hart putting some muscle on it.
For Mexico City, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Now a timeout called by Mexico City.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Here's Bates. He also had a big impact in that win against the 76ers. George for 3. It's rebounded by New York. This game against Mexico City here, it's their first meeting of the season.
Despite playing in different conferences, it's been a contentious rivalry. These teams share plenty of history.
Here's Anunoby. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here is Freeman Liberty. No made baskets yet. Wide open look. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's McBride. Towns for 3. It's hauled in by Bates.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
George outside. Pass to Whitehead. Here's Bates. Brunson defending to the paint. Shot clock at 3. And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Here's Kolek. Pass to Towns. There's the triple. Mexico City with a rebound.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Here's Bates. Covered by Towns. Hart pulls it in. New York leading by 5. Pass to McBride. And here's Anunoby. Outside Hart. Three-pointer. Doesn't go in. 2 for 4 in this game.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
Here's Bates. He's got 9. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It goes on Josh Hart.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Mexico City shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. And some changes here for New York. Howard's checked in for Hart. Beauchamp comes in for Anunoby. And it's Holmes in for McBride. Here's Kolek. 14 points for him last game against Indiana. Pass to Towns. Howard, the screen. And Towns with the 3. And the Knicks lead by 7.
One of the better three-point shooting bigs. Towns has great accuracy.
Here's Bates. 10 points for him. Oh, rejected by Howard. Here's Kolek. Pass to Beauchamp. Towns outside. From down in the low post, it goes. And now it's a 9-point Knick lead.
Nice positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so smooth down there inside.
Outside Irving. Here's Brooks. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
New York leading by 7. Pass to Beauchamp. Here's Kolek. Towns outside. Jacks up a 3. And the Knicks another 3.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Now here's Brooks. Back to Irving. Here's Bates. Second chance effort. And Brooks with the layup. Brooks has gotten a second bucket on the night.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
Here's Kolek. He's guarded by Irving.
Ball is turned over.
New York making a switch here. Watson's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
For Mexico City, they've gone 7 of 16 so far. Irving goes in. Got a hand on it. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Watson. Towns against Brooks. Tries it from the block. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
And Irving has got the ball here for Mexico City. Trailing by 8. James outside. Let's go with a 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Kolek. Still no points. Pass to Towns. The fader doesn't go that time.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
It's been all of... If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
So here are the five for New York as they start the second. They've got Jalen Brunson, and it's Howard in at the power forward position. Now here's Brunson. He had 34 points in the win against Indiana.
And his effort carried over to the defensive end. He came away with 3 steals and was a pest in general all night.
Here's Bates. It's a 3-point game. Over Brunson. Bates misses. Knicks shooting around 53%, a nice number. Pass to Howard from behind the arc. Connects from downtown. Howard's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here is Freeman Liberty. Outside Mills. Clock at 6. Pass to Whitehead. Lets it go from deep. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. Knicks leading by 6. The 3 ball. And it's Beauchamp missing. For Mexico City, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
First team foul.
All right, Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
No, BA, the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, and have the ball in their hands and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
Mexico City shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game.
2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. New York leading by 7. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Brunson, one of those guys who's just rugged at that guard position, able to throw his body around.
Jalen Brunson. 2 shots.
Both free throws, good from Brunson.
Heating up from the line this quarter, helping their cause for sure. They're right around 80% now.
Pass to Bates. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here is Freeman Liberty. 4 on the clock. Here's Bates. Brunson defending. A nice shot by Bates.
Well, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Brunson passes to Howard. Here's Kolek. Still without a bucket. Fades. It's hauled in by Bates. For Mexico City, they've gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Inside, here's Mills. That one falls. And it's now only a 5-point New York lead. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Kolek. Back to Howard. Shoots over George. Howard's shot's good. Howard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Now a timeout called by Mexico City. Quick break, and we look at our 2K leaderboard for three-point shooting last season.
Just tremendous accuracy from the three-point line last season. Instead of heaving up every opportunity and quick chance that they got, it was about ball movement and finding the open shooter.
Outside Mills. Pass to Freeman Liberty. Bates, the pass to George. Over Howard. George's shot is off. Knicks leading by 7. Outside Brunson. Beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Excellent court vision from Brunson as he's able to find the open man.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. Left side, McBride. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Rejected by George. Pass to Freeman Liberty. It's stolen by Hart. Now Howard. Outside Brunson. To the middle.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
James is checked in for Whitehead. Karl Anthony Towns is checked in for New York. Anunoby comes in for Howard. Outside Hart. Pass to Brunson. Back to Hart. Takes the three. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 4th assist with that last one.
And he can hurt you from there. The D must be up on Hart when he has the ball.
Now, here is James. Back to George. Here is Freeman Liberty. 4-3. George, no good. And we talk about guys who can really guard. 1 through 5. OG Anunoby is one of them, Brent.
Yeah, OG can make your night a living nightmare the way he can guard. He chases around shooters. He's physical enough to deal with wings who like to play in the mid-range. And he's relentless on the defensive end of the floor. Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Jalen Brunson. 3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul.
The first one falls.
They've been impeccable from the line here in the second period. Doing what they can to try to build some momentum.
Knicks leading by 7. Towns outside. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Here's Bates. He's got 21. They set the pick. 3-pointer. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Now here's Hart. Outside Anunoby. Towns, a screen on James. McBride. The 3-pointer off the mark. Mexico City has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point land here in the second. Here's Bates.
That is what I'm talking about.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim my man.
Man, that was sweet. Hart from long range sinks it from distance. Hart's got 6 here in the quarter.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Here's Bates. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Team foul. At the line for 2.
He knocks down the first one. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. New York leading by 9. Pass to Kolek. Towns outside. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Almost 7 feet tall. Towns has the length to get to the line. A tough guy to guard.
First trip to the line for him here.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line. 0 wasted trips. They're doing their job at the line.
James is checked in for George. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul of the game. For Mexico City, they've gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Pass to Bates. They set a pick. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. Howard's checked in for New York. And that one misses.
I like his aggressive approach this quarter, getting to the line and creating foul problems for the opposition.
Shot is up. It's hauled in by Freeman Liberty. For Mexico City, they've gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. James finds Mills. Here's Bates. Beyond the arc. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
There's Howard with the 3. Drains the triple. Howard's got 8 points.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
James passes to Mills. And here's James. Pass to Mills. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
The ball goes to New York.
All right, here's what the Knicks have lined up on their schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be playing the Rockets in Houston. And then on Wednesday, they head back home to host the Washington Wizards.
And for their matchup with Cleveland, a win for them in that one would be huge. Lots of bragging rights when you take down the top team in the league.
Now here's Towns. 29 points for him last game against Indiana.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds, guys. Can't forget about the fundamentals.
And it's always great to see Towns in the zone, bringing a ton of energy to his offensive game.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Freeman Liberty. Another 3 from Mexico City.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Anunoby. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Indiana. Left side McBride. Just 5 on the clock. Mexico City with a rebound. Mills has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Whitehead. Oh, and Towns with the block.
The wingspan of Towns in action, allowing him to get on the ball.
And a new group getting ready for Mexico City. 1:24 left to play in the half. Towns on a screen. Right side Hart. And he converts the layup. Hart's got 8 here in this quarter.
Can't let someone like Hart get inside the D just asking to get burned.
Now here's Irving. McBride covers. Here's the pick. With his first shot attempt. Ooh, Howard with a block. Outside McBride. Howard with a screen on Irving. McBride attacking. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here's Brooks. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Brooks has got 8.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Outside McBride. Pass to Howard. Towns with the ball. Brooks defending. From the right block. The shot, no good. And so it's the New York Knicks earning this break in the action. Up 10. 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possession. Well, now, thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. How much importance did you two put on the regular season standings during your playing days?
Man, I took them very seriously, Ernie. I wanted to be on top. Meanwhile, Shaq.
And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for Mexico City.
They've been a step slow to close out on shooters all night, and that's why they've given up so many threes. Come on, man, show some hustle.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Here's Bates. We've got George, and it's Freeman Liberty in at the small forward. Here's Bates. Launches it, and it's New York with a rebound. Anunoby's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. And for New York, OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns, and it's McBride in at the shooting guard position. And it's all from 3-point range.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And for Mexico City, we've got George, and it's Whitehead in at the 2-guard spot. The 3, George. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Hart passes to McBride. From downtown. New York, no good that time either.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for them.
George outside. Pass to Bates. For 3. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. Off target from 3-point range.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Pass to Freeman Liberty. Here's Bates. Brunson defending. Bates misses. And Brunson's got the ball here for the New York Knicks. They're scoreless since the first half. Rejected by George. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. Outside Anunoby. Back to Hart. Pass to Brunson. Just 5 to shoot. The 3.
They're going to the 3-point shot to try to open up their lead, but they're not having quite the same success they were in the first half.
Here's Whitehead. McBride covers. Here's Bates. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. And now let's glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year.
And their gritty mentality when it came to defense was really infectious. They were the best last year at holding opposing teams to low-scoring totals.
Outside McBride. Outside Hart. Launches a three. And the Knicks miss again. Mexico City has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Fires in the triple.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
And that one's good. Brunson.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Now a timeout called by Mexico City.
Give yourself a round of applause.
Here's Whitehead. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to George. Here's Whitehead. The three. Bates misses.
Registering 3 threes in the first half, he hasn't hit one since.
Brunson finds Hart. Outside McBride. Towns on a screen. From the arc. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
Oh, the big man is smooth from range. Have to put a man on Towns, that's for sure.
Hard against George. And there it is for him. George has got 5 points in the quarter. New York leading by 10. Towns on a screen. Outside Hart. Fires the three. And again, New York with the triple.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Mills with a screen on Brunson. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his third foul so far.
First team foul.
Knicks on D. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Sinks the tray. George has got 8.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because he seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Back to Brunson. It's deflected. Here's Bates. He has 29 now. George outside. There's the three. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got rebound number 8 now. Back to Brunson. Hart passes to Towns. The kick out to Brunson. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Howard's checked in for Anunoby.
Into the lineup for New York. Number 30, Jelon Howard.
For Mexico City, they've gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. Pass to Bates. George, a screen on Brunson to the inside. George's shot is good. George has got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
Just a little bit off in the first, but he's been anything but that here in the second quarter. Really impressive to see him turn it around like that.
Back to Brunson. And the Knicks miss again.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Pass to Bates. And there's the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target with the 3.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Now it's Hart. Here's Brunson. Brunson inside with the finish. And something you'd never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And hopefully it's not as bad as it looks. That would be a big blow for them.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is called.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
We got to see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Back to Brunson. Outside McBride. Pass to Howard. To the paint. There's the block. Here's James. And once again, off the mark, Mexico City. New York leading by 10. Outside McBride. Back to Brunson. Lets the three fly. He buries it from three. Brunson's got 18.
Yeah, you got to guard Brunson tighter than that. He's a legitimate threat from outside the arc.
Irving pass to Carr from outside the arc. It's rebounded by McBride.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. That's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And here's Brunson from the arc. James with the rebound. Mexico City shooting around 44%. Not bad. Pass to Irving. Now here is James. Here's Freeman Liberty. He drops it from range. Give him 8.
The way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on it.
Outside Hart. Here's McBride. Towns passes to Brunson. It's tipped. Here's Freeman Liberty. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Freeman Liberty's got 5 points now this quarter.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Pass to Howard. This one for 3. Mexico City with a rebound. They've got the Lakers ahead of them in their next game in Los Angeles. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. James finds Mills, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mills. Mexico City making a switch here. Brooks is checked in, and the Knicks making a change here. Knicks leading by 6. Here's Beauchamp. Towns outside. Fires for 3. And he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
Taking his shot, and Towns doesn't think, he just acts.
Irving with it. No points yet. And there's a pick. Fires top of the key. No good, off the front rim. And for the Knicks, they're shooting a low 29% since halftime. Pass to Howard. Outside McBride. And here's Howard. Give him 8. Tipped. On the wing, Brooks. 16 feet out. Yes, on the jumper. Brooks has got 10.
And with his height and his touch, he can be deadly from mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
Inside. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Here's Carr. McBride covers. Fades back. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. And he drives in. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Knicks?
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
You probably have to touch on as well that tonight their penetration has been awesome. I mean, they put force on this game, attacking off the bounce, and a willingness to do that has paid off.
Bagley's checked in for New York. Pass to James. Here's Carr. Oh, got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. All right, let's take a quick pause and look at the best shooting teams from last season.
Tremendous efficiency on offense. They were willing to put in their work to get great looks.
And the Knicks making a change here. Ingram's checked in. 50 seconds left in the third. And once again, off the mark, Mexico City. New York leading by 9. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And good whistle there.
Second team foul. At the line for the Knicks. Ingram.
The first free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Ingram.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for Mexico City. Pass to Brooks. Back to Irving. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. James passes to Carr. Shot clock at 5. Intercepted. Now Howard. Here's the 3. Counted from distance. Howard's got 11 points.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And so it's New York. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Well, when you win the back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, and you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, they've got Jalen Brunson, and it's Howard in at the power forward position. Back to James. Releases from the wing and drills it. New York leading by 11. Now Brunson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Brunson's so smart, using that high IQ just to move the defense around and get fouled.
Jalen Brunson taking 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Mexico City shooting about 47%. A nice number. Carr passes to James. Over Howard. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
No good from outside. James passes to Bates. Here's Whitehead. Takes a 3. Can't get it to drop.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to Brunson. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. It's going. Here's Beauchamp. Now here's Brunson. Shot clock at 6.
Something about the little guy willing to stick his nose in there. Brunson gets his team going with that kind of play.
And the first one at the line is good. McBride, he's checked in for New York. Both free throws, good from Brunson. For Mexico City, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Outside Mills, pass to James. There's a screen. Now here's Mills. Off with the layup.
Hard to earn more touches when you miss shots like that.
Now here's McBride. Tightly guarded. Outside Brunson. And again, the Knicks missing.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
A nice shot by Bates. Bates has got 31 points.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
Pass to Whitehead, and here's James, guarded by Howard. Got a piece of it, and we're going to have a jump ball.
Ball violation. It will be a rejump.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Whitehead. Pass to James. Here's Bates. Clock at 6. Shot on the wing. Good as the jump shot falls. Bates has got 4 points in the quarter. Knicks leading by 14. Howard with the ball. Down low. Picked it out of midair. Here's Carr. Brunson defending. Pass to Whitehead from deep. And the three-pointer goes. Whitehead's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Right side, Brunson. Mexico City with a rebound. Mills has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Carr. Here's Whitehead. Pass to Bates. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Jalen Brunson picks one up. More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Mexico City making a switch here. Freeman Liberty's checked in. Here's Howard, plenty of space. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 5 assists tonight.
Brunson with a great job of just the setup on that play.
James with the ball. Here's Freeman Liberty. Gets the 3 to fall.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Brunson against James. Brunson passes to Howard. Here's Kolek. 6 to shoot. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
They've gotten pretty sloppy with the ball here in the second half.
Josh Hart.
And Mexico City with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Mills. And he's going for the oop here. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Knicks.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Howard. High post Towns. That one's true. And that's 9 for 12 for him now.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Bates, the pass to Whitehead. Here is Freeman Liberty, guarded by Howard. 5 to shoot. Here's Bates. Three-pointer, no good.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Brunson passes to Howard. Now here's Towns. He's guarded by Mills. Fades away. The shot by Towns, no good.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
They set a pick. For 3, James. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Hart from long range. James with the rebound. James has got his 8th rebound here tonight. The 3 is up. And once again, off the mark, Mexico City.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
Brunson passes to Towns. Shoots over Mills. And there's Towns on the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 6th assist of the night.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Towns against Mills. Pass to Whitehead. Here's Bates. Fires the 3. And it's Brunson with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Now Howard. The 3 is up. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
It just feels like every year Brunson is sharp. His skills as a passer and playmaker, knowing that at his position, he's got to move it around.
James outside. Pass to Freeman Liberty. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Freeman Liberty's got 13 in the second half.
He has been an absolute wrecking ball from outside during this half, guys.
Irving's checked in for Mexico City. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Anunoby, he's checked in for Howard. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Tom Thibodeau coaching his team during that last break. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. A moment here for an injury report.
Thanks. I just talked with Mexico City's head athletic trainer. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. Unfortunately, he suffered a serious injury. Obviously, he won't return tonight, and he could miss lots of games. What a tough break for him and the team, DA.
All we can hope for is that the prognosis isn't as bad as it seems, guys.
Yeah, we were hoping for much better news, and obviously not very encouraging.
Yeah, we always think about when players go down, how terrible a blow it can be for the team. We wish him well. We hope he's on the court with us.
Outside Brunson. 6 on the shot clock.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Pass to Freeman Liberty. Now Mills, covered by Towns. And here's James. From outside, off the mark.
Wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Mills against Hart. Here's McBride. That three's off the mark. For Mexico City, they've gone just 6 of 14 in this final quarter. Pass to Freeman Liberty. It's stolen by Hart. Here's Towns. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
And yeah, this is what you like to see from Towns, using his size and strength to make things happen.
Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Pass to Whitehead, puts up a three, sends it home from three-point land.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Outside McBride. Towns on a screen. Shoots. A nice shot by McBride. McBride's got 5 points in the quarter.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Back to James. Shot clock at 6. With the drive. Pass to Mills. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Knicks.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question. Their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And as most people predicted, the defense, even though they were keying on him, had no answers for Karl Anthony Towns.
He really influenced the game with his rebounding. Just a stellar performance. With all the work he put in, he's gonna sleep well tonight.
Brunson finds Anunoby. Pass to Towns. Brunson with it, and it's Mills picking him up. Outside Anunoby. Hart from long range. It's hauled in by Bates. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up.